Sup flappers, welcome to another video. And I know Raiden has been out for a couple days right now, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have gotten your hands on her, whether you've been testing her through the test character mode or you have one for yourself, and for some of you have multiple compilations of her. And all three of these playing methods for Raiden will definitely shift how you feel about this character, and I'm gonna talk about that as we get into the video. Now today, what I really want to focus on is Raiden's potential, her current state, and how or what you need to do to fully unlock this character for yourself to get the most out of her. Before I go any further, I want to say that yes, Raiden is great, and I'm going to be touching on some points in this video that is going to look at her a little more critically than you would like, maybe. But if you are watching this video right now to validate your Raiden and you yourself for pulling Raiden or many copies of Raiden, understand that you did not make a mistake. Raiden is an amazing character. She sits atop the tier list or whatever you care about when it comes to meta. She offers something new and in some cases may be revolutionary methods of playing the game, may even shift the meta, but there are definite drawbacks to this character, things that she just cannot transcend due to her current kit. And I'm just gonna say it, I don't think a buff is going to be coming for Raiden, or any changes for that matter. Now, with that said, let's get into the video. My name is Erotic Walrus, and like, subscribe if this is the kind of video that you enjoy, because I make Genshin videos 7 days a week and I stream twice. Okay, let's talk about Raiden. So starting with the greats, Raiden Shogun definitely offers a new way to play the game. Like I said earlier, whether it's meta shattering or meta changing, I don't think so. I think it plays very well into regardless of whatever you want to play. She can facilitate a team, she can fill up their burst skills and give boosts to their burst skills. So which character doesn't love a good boost to their burst skill damage, right? So that is all good and dandy, and making sure that all teams are constantly juiced up and ready to go is great. Now here is the first problem. While Raiden can fit with any team when it comes to facilitating their carries with supplementing them through energy recharge and boosting their burst damage, she does suffer from elemental reaction. And it's not like Zhongli, where yes, Zhongli's elemental reaction sometimes is non-existent. If you pair Zhongli with an Nemo character, there are no elemental reactions happening. But that's a good thing, you see. I'd rather have no elemental reactions in some cases than having an elemental reaction that I cannot turn off, ruin my team synergy. And this is right now the core of the issue. Raiden destroys team synergy through her elemental skill. Now, another thing could be said, well, Walrus, just don't use it. Sure, no problem. Hey, I know that solution is very simple, right? Hey, just try not using the very ability that completely destroys your team synergy. Okay, but we have to understand, if you are sealing off an entire ability from a character, with on top of that her normal attacks already being lackluster, and I'm just gonna say now, who the hell uses Raiden's normal attacks? That doesn't make much sense. But if you're sealing off not only her normal attacks, you're also now sealing off her elemental skill. She is only good for her burst skill, and to be honest, her burst skill is one of a kind and very, very special. So while many would not see a problem saying, well, it's okay, I'm just going to use her burst skill exclusively for this particular team build, that is a solution, and that's an okay solution. However, I don't think we can truly say that Raiden is a one-piece fit-all Archon like Venti, like Zhongli can be, because when she's in a team, she demands more attention to her element, which is electro. And I know a lot of players who also have Zhongli and have mentioned that, well, crystallize most often also destroys a lot of reactions. If you have Zhongli's pillar sitting amongst the enemies, forget about any sort of reactions with your characters, because the Zhongli pillar would just pulse and you will lose your reaction. You will lose the element application. But to that, players have the option of putting the pillar away from the area they want to fight. It's an option. You can get crystallized if you want, and you can also not get crystallized if you choose not to get it. Raiden doesn't give you that option. If you use her elemental skill, it just attacks the enemy with an electro strike whenever you attack them. So if you have Hu Tao, forget about Vaporize, forget about Melt. You are running Overload. If you are playing a freeze comp, forget about your freeze, you're gonna be getting electro charge. Now, the current solution to this particular problem is just pairing her with units who really need these electro reactions. Now, one of the first units currently very popular is Eula, because Eula is a physical DPS while she is cryo, so she really needs that super conduct to get the most out of her kit, and Raiden is the perfect solution to this. While Fischl used to be great at doing this as well, but Fischl's bird kind of leaves the fighting zone once you kind of leave it, and you have to switch back to Fischl and change, but Raiden follows you, and that uptime for her elemental skill is 100%. She's currently like an electro albedo, and it works very well for characters who can really utilize her electro application. Now, Eula being the first one, the second one is, yes, Yoimiya. For those of you who have been watching my videos, at least for the last few weeks, I've already talked non-stop about Raiden and Yoimiya. Yoimiya was a mid-tier character with some glimpses of glory. And the biggest problem with Yoimiya was, yes, her internal cooldown, but at the same time, a lack of top-tier support DPS. And while Fischl was great, you did have to get Fischl to Constellation 6 to fully unlock Oz's uptime and damage output. Now, fast forward to currently, we have Raiden Shogun, capable of supporting Yoimiya and playing an overload comp with her, unlocking all of her potentials. So with that said, I think it's very clear at this point what Raiden was designed to do. Raiden is designed to facilitate a new era, a new type of meta. Overload can now be put front and center if you have someone like Yoimiya. While Hu Chao works decently with Overload as well, Yoimiya just takes this to a whole nother level. And this all goes back to what I predicted miHoYo wanted to do when it came to the electro element. Currently, there are no news of an electro buff coming whatsoever, but it's clear to know that miHoYo wants to push elemental reactions through characters now more than the element themselves, because if you change the element, it's going to be mighty difficult to rebalance all these characters who may have synergies in this element. And as characters get more and more frequent and the pool of characters get bigger and bigger, balancing this would just become nearly impossible. Look at games like MOBAs with hundreds of characters. There's constant balance issues. And miHoYo now is trying to put the focus more on individual characters' synergy, more so than the element themselves, which kind of sucks, because that means in the future there are going to be electro-based characters with specific electro-based reactions that are going to be extremely OP, really good, but the other electro characters don't get to benefit from the strength of this particular character because it's not tied to the element, it's now tied to the character. And yes, everybody, I do know the issue with Raiden right now currently not being able to pair well with Beidou. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know why they chose to do that. I may make a different video about it. If you guys watch to this point and want to see a particular video about it, what the CN community is also saying, reacting to issues like this regarding Raiden, let me know in the comments below. If this video can get up to, I don't know, let's say 1,000 likes. If it gets 1,000 likes, I will make that dedicated video. I'll go to the CN forums. I'll spy on them for you. No, just kidding. But yeah, seriously, like, subscribe if you guys thought this video was helpful. Comment below on what you think of the Raiden Shogun. How are you enjoying her? How are you playing around her faults? Because we all know no character is perfect, but as long as they tread the line of excellency, usually the players are willing to bend over backwards, head over heels to get this character. And I do think Raiden is a top tier character. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe and peace.